Me and Ray Charles.
Hey, hey.
Gee, I've always wanted to have you on, and never have, and we finally got together.
Hey,
it's terrific.
Man. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Is it true that your manager said that you have a plane, I think, private plane with a staff of something like 28 people, or was it a crew of 28 people? It must be an enormous plane.
No, it's just that that's the people who are within our little family, you know, the band and the Raylets and Aaron, who's our comedian, and the pilot. So when you get all these people together, you got roughly 28 people.
Did you say one man is your comedian and the pilot?
Oh, no. Well, sometimes he is quite funny, I must tell you. No, we have two, well, naturally, you have a pilot and a co-pilot.
Yeah.
But the comedian is part of our show that we have, and the Raylets and me.
Now, your manager also says that you could fly the plane in a pinch.
Did he really say that?
He said this, yes.
Well, actually, what he probably meant is that I have, they say a little knowledge is dangerous, but I think I have enough knowledge that, God forbid, if we were in some kind of emergency and the pilot had a heart attack, I think I would probably be able to get the plane down without killing myself, you know. We might tap a wing or something, you know, but at least I would be alive, you see, and that's what counts.
No, your manager said you wouldn't tear up a wing or anything.
Well, he's practical.
He has great confidence in you.
Yeah, right.
Would he let you perform an appendectomy on me?
Yeah.
Tell me, you've been blind since what age? Not
well,
permanently.
I started.
Not always,
I started to work on it. I was about 5 years old when I started to lose my sight, and I finished the job when I was maybe 7.
Yeah. So you can remember images.
Oh yeah, colors.
Clearly.
Oh yeah, sure.
Things look like.
Yeah, I remember the standard things, you know, like you know, green, brown, yellow, white, black, things like that. But these new colors they got, you know, like electric pink and chartreuse. I don't know what the devil that looks like.
You're not missing that much.
No, really. Okay, then thanks.
I'm electric pink, for example.
Oh!
It's funny, you know, I was thinking, can we talk about blindness for a bit?
You can talk about anything you want, show, you know that.
Oh, true. Most of the time. I've been told that some blind people who could have their sight restored have refused because they have spent most of a lifetime adjusting to it, and that it would just completely disorient them to have it restored suddenly. They'd have to learn all new habits, and they have actually... Can you sympathize with that? If I could wave a wand and say you will see, would you accept that?
I probably... well, let's put it this way. If you were to say to me, look, I can wave a wand and you can see right now, and it's got to be a forever thing, I might would turn it down. If you were to say to me, well, I can wave it and you can see for maybe a day, I might accept that. Only because there are a couple of things that maybe I would like to see once, you know, or, you know, just so that I really would know for what's really happening that I haven't seen. Yeah, because, you know, as I said, you know, I've seen the stars and the moon and the sun, and I remember my mother, and so I think basically I would probably like to see, you know, just for once, because I see them anyway all the time, like, you know, like my kids, for instance, you know, just to physically see them. But actually, I'm not all that hung up about seeing things, because I do everything I want to do. I go everywhere I want to go. And with some of the news I hear about today, you know, I mean, there are some things I just absolutely don't want to see, man. I really, and I feel sorry for you guys who have to put up with it, you know.
You said your kids. What else would be on that list of things you'd really like to get one look at?
Well, it's really not that much. I think maybe some of the, you know, the artwork paintings, but I don't have any special thing, you know, outside of the, I think one day, if I could see for one day, it would really cool me out, because everything that I think I would want to see, I mean, really want to see, I could do. You know, I don't have.
Get it in a day.
Oh yeah,
That's
sure.
interesting.
You know, because for instance, you know, talking about people seeing things, you know, and you watch the news and then you know everything is so bad. You know, somebody's killing somebody or whatever they're doing. You know, and of course the guys in my band, you know, when I go out with them. They take me out and we're going down the street and they go crazy, you know, they look at the girls in these mini skirts and things or whatever, and they, gee, well, you know, I think, you see, I think I'm fortunate. I don't have to suffer like that, you know what I mean?
And if you want to, you can picture it any way you want to.
Oh, of course you can. Well, I figure if I really want to know, I have the greatest sight in the world, the sense of touch. You can't beat it, man. You know,
Oh, I see. You didn't change the subject.
Oh, no.
Okay. So if I say, and I was thinking about this today, we all have a visual image of somebody, people who are sighted. If I say Raquel Welch or Lyndon Johnson or Hubert Humphrey or Phyllis Diller, most people think of a face. What do you think of a sound? What they sound like to you?
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of like old radio, if you can imagine. You know the characters they used to have on old radio, and you would hear these people, and you always imagined what they basically look like, you know, because the sounds can't fool you, though. You know, you can hear someone who has a baby voice and they're huge, you know. On the other hand, there is somebody who has a very deep voice.
Yeah.
You know, heavy. And they're little bitty cats, man, you know.
No.
Yeah, you didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't.
I hear you, baby.
How do you picture me?
No, well, actually, I think that...
Speak right up here where I am.
You don't mind? Well, you know, I basically picture you. I think the first time I heard you, I thought then that you might be a gentleman, you know, of a medium build, like 170 or 65 pounds or something like that.
Incredibly accurate.
You know, yeah. When you say that, that must. I guess I'm describing you wrong somehow, you know. But this is what you know. You don't have what you call the world's deepest voice or the world's lightest voice. Very pleasant man. I could, you know, like you have one of those come hither sounds. You know?
Really?
It's true.
What do you recommend I do with this sound?
It's quite magnetic, you know. I really have to tell you sincerely. I've been listening to your show, and I don't want you to think I'm putting you on because I'm here, but it's quite true. Since I'm sure you know, I would never say this if I didn't mean it, you know. I watch as much of your shows as I can. I've seen many interesting people on the show. Oh, yeah.
I'm supposed to watch you. You're not supposed to watch me.
Well, I watch you, and I know I can just hear the people thinking, how can he see that? How can he know what he can't see this show. Oh, but you'd be surprised, you know. It's a great thing when you can sit back and you listen to the people on the television shows. Because I know that a lot of times pictures are good, but the great thing is when you can imagine the various guests that you have on and the expressions on their face when you say certain things to them, you know, and you can know sometimes the little shock value. All these things are in my head as I watch your show. I think that you have a very wonderful show, man.